Alright guys, giving the Authur Treachers fish and chips a try. Alright, quick little bit of history here. American fast food restaurant and former chain. At the peak of its popularity in the late 1970s, it had 826 stores. However, as of February 2023, there are only 2 standalone Authur Treachers locations remaining. And I'm at one of the last 2. I'm at the Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio location. So only 2. So it was founded, let's see, quite a long history here. It's gone through a couple of, started in 1969 as a National Fast Food Corp. It also involved Dave Thomas of Wendy's. Bought Fisher Foods, Orange Company, Mr. Paul Seafoods, Lumira Foods Investment Group, PAT Franchise Systems, teamed up with Nathan's Famous. So it's been around a long time. There are a lot of different changes. But like I said, originally, I'll go back to make sure I get this right. At the peak of its popularity in the 1970s, it had 826 stores. So we're down to the last 2 standalone ones. There's some attached to some in New York to like a convenience store chain or some other. Let me get this right. It's attached to Salvatore's Pizzerias in Rochester, New York, and Twin Oaks convenience stores, and Ohio has one that's shared kitchen with Hunt Brothers Pizza and Stuff Express. So I'm not looking forward to this. I love fish, but not fried fish like this. And I hate, I think I got hush puppies in here too. Oh, I got hush puppies. I hate hush puppies. So the whole thing was a little over $10, and I get the can of Coke. Hate hush puppies, but I'll give it the try. I'll try a little bit of everything. So I'll start with the fries. Oh, they're kind of a thick cut fry. Hot. Shoot, no napkins. Hot. Fries are nice though. The fries are good and thick. And they're hot. Man. Ooh. The fries are tasty and they're hot. So. Oh man. I don't like the battered fish. I'm not a big fan. And the hush puppies, those are just, ugh. Alright, so we'll try the fish. Breading and all. That's good. I'm not a big batter breading guy myself. We'll try to get a piece of fish here without the breading. Fish is good. More breading than there is fish. Just the breading. Fish is fine. I could do without all the breading. I like more of a dry breading than like not the batter. It's all right. That's good. Oh, less breading. Still some fish in there. Putting off the hush puppies, man. I think my wife would like this. She likes the battered shrimp or battered fish. You like a crunchy batter. That's good though. I mean, that part's good. You like a crunchy. Hush Puppy is basically a big old thing of fried up bread, I guess. I can't stand the smell of it. Okay. Oh. All good. I'll get it down. There's two of them. I can only eat one of them, though. It's just basically a fried dough bread, fried bread. Better than Long John Silver's. Definitely better than Long John Silver's. I'll give it that. So, fries are still good and hot. I wish I had something to kind of wipe my hands on here. I don't. Maybe some napkins here. Alright, so the franchise started in Columbus, Ohio in 1969 as National Fast Food Corp. One of its founders and principals was Dave Thomas of Wendy's, like I talked about. In 1970, Fisher Foods swapped capital with unlicensed franchises from National, with a total of 550 franchises sold. 106 to the Fisher Foods alone, but only 99 were actually in operation. Long John Silver's, Captain D's, and Skipper's and Alley's Fish and Chips likewise employed the fish franchise concept with around the same time. Aided by Authur Treachers advertisements, these companies introduced British fish and chips to northeastern America. About 4 years later, in Salt's Fish and Chips. So it was in California. In the 1970s, the National Fast Food had become Orange Company, and under this name, Davis conducted an aggressive expansion campaign from 1972 through 1976. Lacking equity, he relied on generous sale leaseback agreements. Under the terms of these agreements, Orange Company would sell to investors sites for new restaurants, and then sign long leases unconditionally guaranteeing to continue lease payments if the restaurant had failed. So, pretty good deal there. In 1979, Orange Company sold Authur Treachers to Mrs. Paul's. However, in terms of its original leaseback agreements, Orange Company remained liable for millions of dollars of payments to investors. The cod wars between the United Kingdom and Iceland in the 1970s caused cod prices to double. Mrs. Paul's, the parent company of Authur Treachers, responded by replacing the Icelandic cod in Authur Treachers' recipe with less expensive pollock. The move sped up tensions with franchisees, some of whom had already withheld a total of $5 million in royalties for what they perceived to be a steadily declining level of service. Litigation arose and whatnot. So after losing the case to the franchisees and having no way to compensate them, Mrs. Paul's sold Authur Treachers to Luma Foods of America in 1982. Luma Foods filed for reorganization under Chapter 11 of the United States Bankruptcy Code 4 months later. It was then bought out by an investment group out of Youngstown, Ohio. It expanded a little bit from 85 to 93, and in 93, money from new group of investors was used to introduce a more modern seafood concept to buy additional stores and to move the company from Ohio to Florida. Throughout the mid-'80s, they just kept losing franchises, 90s, and then where we're at today, again, just a couple of standalone locations left at Authur Treachers. My meal was good. I'm not a battered fish guy. The fries are still hot. I'll never eat a Hush Puppy again. Can't stand them. I don't get them. But the fish was good, other than the heavy batter. But again, that's just a personal preference. Fries are nice and hot, kind of a thicker cut one. I like those. So all in all, you get a chance, try it. You only got a couple chances left. Probably I can't see these places being around forever. So one of the many franchises that will probably go by the wayside here eventually. Hanging on by, like I said, the last couple of stores. But there you go, Authur Treachers here in Ohio. I'm gonna eat the rest of my fries, drink my soda, and get back on the road. Later, guys.